Evening, everybody.
Hey, good evening.
Welcome from Kathy and myself.
Yeah,
And
welcome to the Lady and the Maverick.
yeah, I don't know what happened there. Every week, everything's going well on it, and then it all goes wrong. Anyway, tonight we have our guest on tonight. I haven't seen for a while. Eva May Nicot. Hello,
Hello.
Eva May.
Hi, welcome.
Hi, nice to meet you, Kathy, and nice to see you, Alex.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Don't worry about me.
I have a little introduction I'm going to read. There's so much about you, I can't remember all of it, so I'm going to read from my notes. Eva May has lived a life without a map, yet somehow built a path straight through the extraordinary. From fashion racks to fire acts, from seances to Stonehenge, she is a celebrant, a spiritual medium, a performer, a storyteller, a guide for restless spirits who she says aren't to be feared, but to listen to. So, welcome. I can't wait to chat with you.
When you read that, I'm like, who is that? Oh, yes, that's me.
That is you. Fabulous you.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've got evening, Leslie.
Hi, Leslie. Hi, Leslie.
She's the first one on.
Yeah, so it's been a while, hasn't it, Eva? I don't know how long.
It really has.
Don't know how long.
A couple of years, maybe. I thought I'd scared you.
Okay.
No, nothing like that. Carry on.
I was going to ask Eva May, how did all this begin for you? Were you a child when you were able to first start communicating with spirit, or was there any one thing that comes to mind that started you on this journey?
I was a very strange child, without doubt. And, while all the other children were playing sports, which I'm useless at, apart from swimming, I'm a good swimmer. But when all the other children were playing sports and playing this and playing that, I was making potions in the back garden, picking berries and petals and mixing it all up and just doing my own thing. And even when I was 7 or 8, about 7 or 8, I was convinced I could fly into different realms. Also, we lived opposite a castle, and I was sure this witch or spirit was coming into my bedroom, and I told my dad, and he was like, oh, you're making it up, and I wouldn't go to sleep, and I wouldn't go in the bedroom, and all this going on. And eventually he gave in and went into my bedroom instead of me. And he had the same things happen. He could hear these footsteps going along. He freaked out. So it was going on from then, really.
Gosh, so sense a child. I know for Alex and myself that's the case. Most people who are sensitives or who can communicate to spirit usually starts when you're a kid. Which is fascinating. Yeah. Why do you think, Eva May? Why do you think some souls linger and don't fully cross over?
I'm finding more and more they have unfinished business. I had a very strange weekend a couple of weekends ago, like stranger than usual. In that I don't know, she might be listening in, I don't know. I won't say any names, but I got a message on the Saturday evening out of the blue from somebody that I'd done some tarot and palmistry at a Halloween party a few years before, like 3 or 4 years ago, I think. And I got this message about 9:30 on a Saturday evening. I need help. Spiritual help. It's an emergency. And I was like, oh, well, that's a bit weird. You know, why would she be messaging me like that? That is a proper worry, isn't it? How am I meant to settle now and watch television? You know, cat on my lap and all the rest of it. How am I meant to settle? So I called her and she said, oh, it might, I don't know, I'm freaking out. And to cut a long story short, she'd been to a monastery and got a picture that nobody else would take. They were giving stuff away and nobody else would take this picture. And so she liked it. So she felt compelled to take it. So she took it. And she got it home, put it in the kitchen, and friends were coming around and saying, you need to get rid of that. It's freaking us out. So I said to her, there's probably nothing going on here. It's probably just your friends overexciting because it came from an old monastery. And, you know, because people that don't quite understand can get a bit like, well, sum it up, like that. And so I said, you know, she doesn't live that far away. I said, I'll come round, make me a coffee and I'll come round Sunday morning. It had to be then because she was going away on holiday and I was due to go to an escape room with a friend for her birthday, a group of friends, and then for an afternoon tea. So it was like a whole, you know, busy. So I said, look, and in my head, I thought, I'll just go round, say, yeah, you know, it's just your friends overexciting. Don't worry about it. That's what I thought would happen. The reality was something else. The reality, it's not funny, really. It's not funny at all. I've got a really sick sense of humour, but Alex knows that. I go around there and there's this picture it's an old house, but that's nothing to do with it. This picture's on this, you know, kitchen chair. It's a stone floor and everything, you know, old English house. And I didn't even know what the picture was really, because I'm pretty rubbish like that. And I looked at this picture and I thought, well, there's nothing going on here. And I sent her out because she got yappy dogs. So and they were distracting me. I said, you know, just go out to the kitchen a minute. And I got some dowsing rods I used. And mainly because they focus me. I get near this picture and literally everything, Alex, well, you'll both understand everything. Look, I'm holding my face. Everything kicked off. Bottom line is, this picture was drawn using charcoal off the floor of a cell. And it had been drawn by this 17th century nun. I didn't know this at the time because I'd rather go in blind, you know. I don't like to know info before I go in. You know what it's like, it clouds you, doesn't it? Am I doing that too much? It's because I'm excited. So I had this spirit. Well, I knew it was the nun because I could feel her. She came like at me like a bulldozer, nearly knocked me over. The bottom line was that she had been executed. She'd been beheaded. It was in the Night of Terror in France, where they beheaded all these nuns. And the bottom line was with this nun, I mean, I was crying. I was on the floor. She made me kneel down. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've got to say a prayer for this nun. I have to say a prayer for this nun. And I got up, which one is it? Psalm 22, is it? The Lord is my shepherd. I said, I need this prayer. I need it now. And I said this prayer for her. And she gave me lots of other signs around the room as well, like the light. There was a picture of Jesus on the other wall, and she made me focus on that. She made me kneel on the floor because standing wasn't doing it right. And with this nun, this poor woman, because she'd been executed, nobody had said a prayer for her. So she'd made the connection with this lady with the picture. She must have known. It just shows this whole bigger picture, doesn't it? Yeah. She must have known that she because this picture, it's of Mary and it's quite a common picture. It's of Mary and baby Jesus. I didn't know that at the time because I'm rubbish, but I've been told that's what it is. You know, the frame's falling apart. There's nothing like, if you look at the picture on its own, there's nothing compelling about it. Yet this lady was compelled to bring this picture home. And then she just knew that she had to contact me.
Wow.
And so she's been restless for all that time, just waiting for the right person to recognize her and to say a prayer for her. And then she went in peace.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I've got a story about a picture.
Yeah, go on.
A painting.
Yeah.
And I was staying in this place, and it's a big painting, portrait of this woman. I won't tell you who it is. And I used to make fun of it because she was following you with her eyes, you know. And I went in there one night late, and I'm walking up the stairs, and the voice said, "Good night."
It's not funny, really, is it, when that happens? It's like, no, it's still.
I tell you what, seriously, there was no one there. Good night. Oh my gosh, the picture. Well, not the picture, obviously, it was the person. And I thought, oh my God. So just to anyone, don't laugh at photographs and paintings, because you never know who's watching.
Yeah. Well, you know, and they can hold memory.
Taught me a lesson, that did.
Yeah.
Just leave things alone.
Yeah. Could I, I'm so sorry. Could I ask a favor? Alex, can you black me out for a minute? Guys, hi everybody. I have a sick dog. My poor Collie is not doing well. She's scratching at the door to go out.
Okay.
She's been
can hear that. I can hear her, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to get her out. I'm hoping I can come back and she'll be okay. But
That's
so
all
can you just black me out, Alex?
Yeah.
I can't do it myself.
There she goes. There, now there's just the two of us.
Yes. Well, yes.
Anyway, so pictures, you know, when your eyes follow you, perhaps they are following you. But that was really freaky. That was freaky. Good night.
Yeah, it does. You know, even though we know, and even though we believe, and even though we know everything that we know, which obviously isn't everything, but we know what we know. When something happens, it's still, you spend that moment of, oh, don't you?
Oh, well, I'm ancient now, but I've started when I was 4.
You're not ancient. You're not ancient.
Oh, well, I am really, but it's a long time ago, and I'm still a bag of nerves. Biggest wuss in the business, mate.
No, you're not.
I think if you get scared as a kid, especially when I was growing up, you know, you didn't talk. I always talk about this all the time. From a sort of 5-year-old, I was always talking about ghosties and things. But yeah, I think I hear stuff all the time. But I don't know. I think once you're nervous of it, you're nervous of it. I might be wrong. Even though I did the mediumship, I did all the stand-up stuff. Still don't make any difference. Weird, isn't it?
It is very weird. It is. Yeah, the whole thing is just very. Well, you know, it's something we can see sometimes, can't we? But you know, that was. Yeah, that was a strange Sunday. I think it's fair to say, because then I went to an escape room and I had mascara all down my face. I've been crying and crying. This nun was so distressed, but then she would have been, wouldn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a strange thing. I mean, I don't know what to say about it. Really, probably said it all, but you know, I was in that Anne Boleyn's house in Norfolk a few months ago. I've told them before. I was with someone, and she said, "There's someone behind you," and I was taking a mick, saying about a scullery maid, you know, and a hand, cold hand, grabbed me around the back of the neck.
Really?
Yeah, seriously. And I know you don't know me that well. You never met me, but I have a laugh, but I don't make things up when it comes to this.
No,
If
no.
I say it's happened, it's
Yeah.
happened. I don't need to make things up. But that freaked me out.
Yeah. Well,
And she has
because
been seen,
it's frightening, isn't it? You know?
she has been seen walking around with her head under her arms, you know. So, but yeah, grab me.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. It would freak me out as well, to be fair, if somebody grabbed me and they weren't there. Yeah.
Yeah, just in other words, don't take the piss.
No, 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 I don't.
No,
I
me.
just don't.
I think that was a warning to me, you know. But I don't care how long you've been doing this, really. I think you're always a little bit on edge, I think. Because you don't know what you're going to come across, do you?
Well, no, because we can't see. So they're here all the time, but we can't, you know, well, I know sometimes you can see them, but I mean, I can feel, because we're talking about it, I've got someone with me now.
Yeah,
and the minute you as well. Yeah, so the minute you sort of, it ramps them up, doesn't it?
But when I used to do the mediumship, and I always say I was lucky, because not all the time, a lot of times I would see the person who was communicating next to the person I'm speaking to. So I could, you know, you could describe them. So I've had it always, seeing, hearing, feeling them. But so I found the mediumship quite easy, really, in some ways, because they were there.
Yeah, I've tried some platform stuff quite recently, and I know Kathy was saying, you know, because I am a performer, and so in my head it was like, well, probably I should be doing that, because I you know, I'm not scared of standing up, but I can do it, but even though that's probably what I feel I should be doing, actually that's not what I should be doing.
I don't know. I'm not going to go into it. Ricky White, I was talking.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to work like that. I seem to be getting more and more this whole restless spirit thing going on.
It's not all it's cracked up to be, all this standing on the platform or the stage. And I had Ricky Whitemore on here one day. I don't know if you know Ricky.
No.
And we went through similar things with people. But after I come out of hospital from that COVID 4 years ago now, right, that's gone quick.
I know.
I was told by the spirit man, stand next to me, we don't want you associating with those people anymore, spiritualists.
Wow.
That's the truth.
Wow.
We don't want you associating with those people anymore. And I haven't.
I wonder why that was.
Well, I know.
You know.
Well, I think most of us who've been in the game know why, but I'm not going to go into that on here because it sounds bitchy. But yeah, that was it. Finish. And I'm a believer of, if you don't take any notice of what they say, so be it. They won't do anything, but you know, they've warned you, stay away, don't do it anymore. Do this, do something else, but don't do that. I haven't. Yeah.
No, I think you do have to listen. What went ding? Why did something go ding?
I didn't hear that.
Something went ding. Was it somebody trying to come into the room or something? No. I don't know. So I think it's just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it. Is what I'm learning.
Oh, look, magic.
Sorry.
I didn't see you.
Sorry.
Didn't see you coming.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you've got to do what you feel comfortable with doing. And I did it for about 15 years. And I went all over the place. I didn't just stick to the same. Because the problem with doing the platform, if you go to the same old places, same old churches, whatever, those messages stick in your head. Don't care who you are.
Yeah.
And you think, oh, I've seen her before. So, So you've got to go. You've got to vary where you go, otherwise you won't know whether it's you or them. So when they say, "Haven't I seen you before?" Cool, you know you've seen me before. You know what I mean? Because it sticks in your mind. They'll deny it, but it's not. The messages, a lot of them stay in your head. So yeah.
Well, we store a lot of stuff in our brains, don't we?
We do.
And recall it.
Oh, what's Bill put down? Hello, Bill. No strange noises.
There
Actually,
have been.
There has been.
Yeah.
There has been some. And that was when, well, that was earlier. It's not my headphones, Eva. It's not my headphones. I don't know what it is. No. Keep your ears open, Bill. You can be our noise investigator tonight. Yeah.
There you are. Yeah.
Just did it.
Hi, Michelle. Hi, Bill. Hi, Mike. We have a whole gang is here now.
Oh, did I see Mike?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, hello, Mike. Yeah.
How do you see? I can't see who's here.
Can't you see the comments?
Yeah, if you click onto comments, you should be able to pull it up. It's on the right of the screen.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Comment.
And you'll see the whole gang chiming in. It's nice to have the format allow us to do that.
Yeah, Hillary's here. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm being nosy now. I should be talking, not nosing on who's here.
Well, you had sent me a little bit of a bio, and one thing that jumped out at me, and I'm so curious about, tell us about the whispering nuns. What is that?
Well, I've got a whole nun theme going on, you might notice, and that's got to me.
I know. It's
like, really?
I did notice.
If I could explain to you, I was brought up as Jewish, okay? Leslie knows this. So I was brought up as Jewish. We went to a strict Jewish family, but both my parents were Jewish. All my ancestors are Jewish, going way, way back. Russian, Polish descent, all that. All Romanian and all that jazz. So what is this whole nun thing going on? So I had this 17th century beheaded nun one weekend, but the weekend before that, okay, it went on for about 2 or 3 nights, and I suddenly woke up. When you suddenly like wide awake for no reason in the middle of the night, and there was a nun in the corner of my bedroom chanting, well, sort of whispering. It was like a whispering, like this, in a whispering voice. But it was in a language I didn't understand. And the minute I was awake, she was aware that I was awake, and she stopped and went. So she was doing it to me while I'm sleeping. What's that all about? And that's unnerving, isn't it? You talk about, being unnerved, somebody grabbing you by the back of the neck. But she was doing that in my bedroom while I'm asleep. She's now, whether she meant to wake me up or not, I don't know. But it felt mischievous, like she was doing it, and she knew I was asleep, and she knew that she'd have to stop if I woke up.
Funny old lot, those nuns.
Well, I know.
Guys.
Why am I getting nuns? What's that about?
Maybe it's a past life connection for you.
That's just a little bit, what is that about? And so in the end, because after the 3rd night or 4th night of this nun, and I didn't see her, but I knew it was a nun, and I knew what she was doing. So she was praying not for me, but she was doing this, and I don't think she was speaking in tongues, and I don't think it was Latin, but it was certainly a language I didn't understand.
That's fascinating. Oh my goodness. Did you feel threatened at all?
Strange.
I didn't feel threatened, but I knew she was being mischievous.
Okay.
And that she was doing it because she knew that I was asleep. The minute I woke up, I knew she was still there, but she stopped.
Has she come back?
Well, in the end, I'd had enough of it. I think if I'd have been able to understand her, it wouldn't have been so bad.
Yeah.
Because I've got a lot of spirits in this house anyway. It's 17 something, 1750. And there's a lot going on. There's a lot of activity in this house anyway. So I'm sort of quite used to them being around me. But it was this whole, I'm going to do it while you're asleep. Don't care whether you like it or not, you're getting it. And that to me was a bit off-putting, to be honest. So in the end, I got the Bible. I saged. I've always been under this sort of thing here that I've never saged this house because they were here before me, and I felt a bit bad saging them.
Do you really think that works?
Well,
Sage.
here's what happened.
Or do you think it pisses them off that you're out trying to smoke them out?
Well, I was a bit concerned. I mean, should you sage a nun? I mean, are the ethics of that right? I felt a bit bad. So I did a combo. I decided on a combo. And bear in mind, I don't know what I'm doing with this.
Trust that inner voice.
What should I do with this whispering nun who's waking me up and then thinking it's, going at me almost. So I got the Bible and I got the sage and I said some prayers. I can't remember what prayers I said, but I said her work was done. I said, you don't need to do this now. Your work is done here with me. I've listened to you. I've listened to what you have to say. And where she was, I'll tell you where she was, because when I came back down the stairs, I saged the whole house. When I came back down the stairs, I walked through her.
Oh.
And she was standing on the stairs.
Oh, my.
So she was there. So she'd come out of the bedroom and that's a hot spot all up the stairs there.
Okay. Yeah, I find stairways sometimes are almost like a vortex of sorts.
Yeah. So, yeah, and touch wood, she's either here and has settled down, or I'll let you know if she comes back.
There's a repeat performance.
Oh
my God.
I think that's what was, the sound of Bill doesn't sound like the Sound of Music nuns. No. That's
so funny.
Singing nuns on me as well. I mean, what is going on? Why don't I get nuns?
Now, Eva, how old is your house? What time period does your house date to?
About 1750, I think.
Oh, okay. That's what I was picking up on. Isn't that funny? I was getting that.
Bound to be haunted, isn't it? Gotta be haunted.
A lot of livings happened and dyings happened in that house, no doubt.
Well, it used to be a dormitory for the teachers and some children to school down the road. And when there's been lots of happenings here, lots of them. That's a recent one. Another one that was quite recent was that, and that was very odd. Like the other stuff isn't odd. I've got a granddaughter now. I'm a grandma now. I'm a grandma.
Ah, congratulations! Isn't that the best thing ever?
Yeah,
it's hard to
obviously ever so cute. So she was. I was here with a friend of mine and a bit on grandma duty, and my friend came round to play as well. And granddaughter was literally, how old was she? 10 months old. Okay, so she's crawling, and there's a step from the kitchen dining room up into the living room, and there's a step. So she got onto the first step, and my friend said, "Now what are you going to do?" And this voice whispered, and my granddaughter's facing away, so I can't see her face, and this voice whispered, "Easy peasy." And we're like, my friend Terry and I, we looked at each other and we were like, who said that? Did my granddaughter say that? She's not talking yet. Anyway, next next thing that happens is I'm carrying her. She can't do all the stairs yet. I'm carrying her up the stairs, and I've got a hanging witch on the. I'm pointing. I've got one there, one of the Pendle witches hanging from the stairwell.
Yeah.
And my friend Terry pointed at it to show my granddaughter, and said, "Witchy poo," and I said, "Witchy poo," and this voice whispered, "Witchy poo." Now, she can't talk.
Oh, oh boy.
She said duck once, and that's all she's ever said.
Here we can't hear some voices coming through tonight, isn't it?
Oh, good. Yeah, that's what I need. Thanks.
Oh,
So,
Good for us.
because the house had children and things, do you think it could be poltergeist activities from some of the kids that may have lived there?
oh, probably. I mean, they've done stuff before. I think I've talked about this before with, throwing things. They threw my glasses across the.
Oh, jeez. Oh, God.
They threw a toilet roll at my husband. They can only do light things generally. They pull the cords on the cuckoo clock, pull the
So they are like little poltergeists, huh?
Yeah. I saw a kitchen roll once fly across the kitchen, like arc up and across like that. So yeah, the stuff goes on here quite a lot. But the whole whispering thing, that was a bit weird. That was before the nun.
Wow.
Well, hello, Henry. So
I'm
hello,
not
Henry.
bored.
Hi, guys. Hi, Henry.
Not bored.
Do I see orbs? Yeah, Bill, with orbs, there's flashing light in the kitchen. Definitely, really like that goes off, and it isn't. There's nothing there. That quite a lot. Hasn't happened for a long time, and I don't know if it's a coincidence or not. I mean, some of you know, some of you don't know. Alex and Kathy know my husband passed away in February this year, and he used to see that flashing light a lot, and I saw it a lot as well, but it hasn't happened since he's gone.
Does he come back at all?
Yeah.
Well, wow. Here's a story. It's funny, isn't it funny? I said to Kathy and Alex, I said, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I've got nothing going on, And then you start me off, don't you? So, this is ridiculous. Yeah. I've almost got no words for what happened. So, are you ready?
Go on then.
Yeah, totally.
I warned you, didn't I? So, February. When was it? Yeah, so husband passed away in February, mid-February. In May, beginning of May, I'd already booked to go to the Arthur Findlay College. I'm sure some of you know the Arthur Findlay College. Yeah, Leslie, you watched the funeral. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being there. So anyway, I booked to go already, and I've been there quite a few times before, and there's always, it's just good learning. And it was their open weekend, and I booked for the hotel and blah blah blah, and I thought, and I hadn't been away on my own since then, and I felt a bit weird. And in fact, after the first night I nearly went home. I just felt really out of sorts being away from home on my own, and not so much being on my own because I'm very independent. It's that you haven't got somebody to message and say, oh, I'm here now. Life has changed. But that's a whole other thing. I am well. I choose happiness. I've done that now. That's what I'm doing. I choose happiness. And that doesn't mean it's an easy thing to do, but
no,
that was my choice.
Who did you hear that then? There was a man. You must have heard that.
No, what was it? I heard a noise. What was it? I've got someone here now, big time.
It was like a man talking, and everyone must have heard that. Come on, guys. So you did. I'm hearing things.
No, but I've got someone here, big time. Anyway.
Sorry about that. Carry on.
Yeah, that's all right. Ignore the strange man in the headphones. So, after the first night, I thought I'm just going to go. I'll have breakfast and then I'm going to go home. I'm going to go. I feel I'm wrong being here. I shouldn't have come away. And then I thought, oh, don't like to waste it. I'm going to go anyway. And the second day, I felt a bit better. And then the third day, I sort of had some tears and everything. And I thought, it was just very emotional for me that week, those few days. And I heard something, but I don't know what it was. But yeah, we're getting someone through your headphones. That's exciting. I'm just gonna answer Henry.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want me to join you one evening. I'll tell you what, Henry. What was that date, Kathy? 14th, wasn't it?
December 14th. Uh-huh.
What about 14th of December? Just you and me, Henry. That should be a laugh. And if you fancy it,
continue, Eva. I'm curious as to this story.
So, right at the last minute, you can pay for a paid reading, and I've never done that because I never felt I particularly wanted a reading. I'm just not. Anyway, right at the last minute, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to book a reading, and I went up to this desk. And there was only one person left with one slot. And I didn't know who this person was. It was a bloke, Les, his name is, Les Henderson. And I said, well, I don't know who he is. She said, well, he's the vice president of the SNU. I don't know if you know him, Alex. And I said, well, I'll take that slot.
Do
them. You do know him?
I don't have anything to do with those people.
No. So anyway, I thought, well, I'll have this reading. Anyway, flipping heck. I go into this room and he literally had no time to know anything about me because I booked the reading straight in there. It was the last thing on the last day. And my husband came through. There is no doubt about that. He said about him being a magician. He said about him. He said about the funeral that you watched the link to. There were all these things. So, and about all the love and everything else. There was just all this stuff about some demons, personal demons that he had of his own. All this stuff came out. I was in floods of tears, obviously. And then blow me down. I was married before, and he passed away after I was with him. It's not like I haven't got like a pile of dead husbands up there. So blow me down. He said, this guy Les, he said he's got someone with him, and he said John's with him. Now the only John I know is my ex-husband. They're both there together. You can't make that up, surely. I mean, what is going on? That's not right, is it? That's not right. That is not. And I said, well, that's a bit of a shock. And he said, and Les said, well, yeah, that's what they're both saying as well. So I daren't die. That's not.
Wow.
Surely that's not right, is it?
I don't know what to say, really.
Well, I didn't know what to say. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry.
Oh my! What happened?
Well, I've got them waiting for me. Like to
Perhaps that's who was speaking. Perhaps it was one of them that came through.
It might have been. I think it might have been. I actually felt it probably was. Because I can feel I've got someone with me, and so I mean,
I've spoke to Roger on here, haven't I, a couple of times?
I think you have, haven't you?
Yeah. Definitely, yeah.
Oh,
Don't think
nice.
I've ever met him. I don't think I've ever met you personally.
No.
But no, I spoke to him on here 2 or 3
He came
times.
on with me, didn't he? Yes.
Yeah, because I've been doing this nearly 5 years now, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So I have seen him. Yeah.
So yeah, I thought. I mean, you've got to admit that's quite funny. I know we shouldn't laugh, but that is actually quite funny in a weird sort of way, isn't it? That
just think they're watching all the time.
I know. That's what I mean. If that's not unnerving, I don't know what is. You know, the whispering nuns, or your,
I'll tell you what. I've gone cold here talking to you. I'm freezing. You know.
I'm sorry.
I've gone really sitting in there like. Ooh.
Now, Eva, do you have a sense of who might be around you now? Can you pick up on?
No, he's around me. He's around me. He could be saying,
he was trying to come through your headphones, wasn't he?
Oh, someone was. Oh, I'm freezing now.
Oh my goodness!
Let's leave them alone.
Really hot. Yeah.
Leave them alone for 5 minutes, Eva. Someone.
Okay.
Someone around it. No, joking, but that is interesting, isn't it? That, you know, that when they go up or wherever they go to, the happy hunting grounds, you don't know who you're going to meet, do you? Who you're going to bump into.
And he wasn't expecting that. I don't think either of them were. That's very odd.
Well, you know, I'm not telling you all anything new, but you know, it's not a a lot of people have the mistaken thought that it's a command performance. That you know, if there's somebody you want to speak to, you just ask to speak to them, and they'll come right through. And it does not work that way. I wish it did. But yeah, so it's funny. You don't know who's going to come through. It's almost like you open as a channel. You have no idea who could be coming through most times.
No.
Yeah. For the good and the bad of that.
Yeah.
So another question, if I could, I'm curious about, in my opening statement, I had mentioned you had used the phrase from fashion racks to fire acts, ACTS. What is that all about?
I've done some stuff. So I've low attention span, obviously. So I had a wedding dress shop for 20 years, sort of prom dresses, mother of the bride.
Fun.
Yeah, in Bath, and I had that for 20 years. And everything I've ever done has always been by accident. I think I've only ever been for one job interview, and I think I was quite ridiculous. I've got things have always happened to me. Weirdly, people give me shops. I don't know why. I'm trying to avoid that now. I went through a stage of people trying to give me shops. I took one of them, but the other two I didn't. But
interesting.
Yeah, people give me weird things, and I get weird, and I get these opportunities that I'm not expecting a lot of the time. So I was. How did that happen? I'm still. I don't really do any magic anymore. Not like a little bit here and there, but I mean, like magic effects, magic illusion-y type things. Sawing people in half and stuff. I was. How did that happen? I was doing magic full time. Before that, I worked for that was a job. I had a proper job. I worked for a bakery, a chain of bakery shops and cafes, and it was setting up the cafes and bakery shops. And one of my jobs was to test all the cakes. So,
yeah,
that's really healthy. So I did that, and then they went a different way with what this bakery was doing, and I think I left there. It's quite a long time ago now, because I was doing magic at the time. I had a cafe as well myself. That's how that started, because I knew about catering and cafes and things, and people kept asking me to saw their husband or wife in half. Loads of people, and I thought, well, there's got to be some money in this then.
To saw them in half and not put them back together again, huh?
So I left the job. I left the day job to do the magic full time, and it was when there used to be a lot of kissograms and things like that, and telegraph birthdayograms and things. And so I started doing sawing in halfograms. So I'd just turn up at parties and saw people in half with my electric saw and then go home. So I'd done a lot of that. Where did that come from? So I used to go into this. Alex is looking at me like I've never invited her back on this show again. So I went. I used to go into this shop in Bath, this evening wear shop, because I quite like the contrast of glamour and really nasty. That suits me down to the ground. The being very glamorous and then turning up with a chainsaw. So that always appeals to me. So it still does. So I used to go into the shop to buy evening wear to perform in. And this woman randomly didn't want to shop anymore, and she gave it to me. I'm still not quite sure. I think I offered to help her. She didn't, blah, blah, blah. Long story. Anyway, I ended up with this shop. And I did it for 20 years alongside doing magic. I had a magic theatre in the basement at one point. So I did that. Oh, and the fire. Yeah, I've got a bit of a thing with fire. I'm not very good with fire. In fact, I need the new fire. Oh, really?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not go near fires anymore.
No, well, I shouldn't. But my husband he hid all my matches and the lighter, all the lighters.
You weren't to be trusted.
I'm not. And now, I mean, I've burnt the carpet here because I was making a phoenix, obviously. And I let go of it and it plummeted. Yeah, so it's just one of those things. No, I'm not good. I'm not safe with fire. I know I'm not, but I've set fire to way too many things. The worst thing I ever set. This isn't on topic at all. I did once set fire to a man's crutch.
Oh, well, now that sounds like a good story. Was that by accident or not?
It was an accident. I was doing a gig and I've got this effect. I've got on to magic now and not your topic. I'll stop talking about magic in a minute. And this is one of the reasons I'm not meant to. It was very posh at the assembly rooms or somewhere in Bath. It was one of the big, very posh. There were couple of magicians, black tie, everything else. I was doing the top table and I've got this one effect and it's a card trick. And a dagger. I like sharp, spiky things and fire. It's my thing. Okay. So they pick a card, sign it, put it back in the deck. I wrap it up in paper. And the bottom line is I stab through the deck. The whole thing catches fire. And the signed card is left on this knife. Ta-da. Yeah, it's a big ta-da moment. So unfortunately, what happened was that the paper that's meant to just go like that, it flew up in the air. It did like this twirly thing. And it landed in his lap. Now, it should have just gone out. So I said to him, don't worry. And this is the top table. There's television people there. There's blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, no. It should have just gone into nothing in a second. I looked down and his flipping trousers are on fire. And because I said to him, don't worry, because I look like people believe me. People believe what I say. And I don't know what the effort is when you set a man's crutch on fire. Do you pat it out? Do you blow it out? What do you do? The rest of the people at the table, they were falling off their chairs.
Oh my God.
They were literally, I was like, they were literally just on the floor. I went and hid in the cupboard after that. I didn't know what else to do. I mean, he was very good about it, you know?
Oh, well, at least the dagger didn't fly out of your hand and land in his crotch.
I know. So I'm not allowed to fire, really. But yeah, he was very good about it. Yeah. So
I'm just sitting here thinking, what did we start off talking about? What is it you joined? We were on to
nuns, now we're on to crotches that are on fire.
No. I'm sitting here thinking, I'd been for about 10 minutes. Something else Eva does. Was it the seances? No, what's that organisation you got? No,
the Seance Society of Great Britain.
The Seance
Society of Great Britain.
I knew it was something like that. Yeah.
So what happened there was my husband wasn't ill for a couple of years. He had lung cancer. So and I'm all right talking about it now, you know. Okay. Because I can on and off I am, but I need to tell this story. For years before I knew him, he had wanted to do these seance shows called Boo, and so he had all this, you know, he'd been accumulating all this seance stuff for years, and I thought in my head, we need to do these shows, because if we don't do them now, he is with me. I know he's with me now. If we don't do them, it's not going to happen, you know? And that would have just been a crime. So we booked this room down the road to do, and booked six shows in, which was quite brave, I think. And we were sitting on the sofa one evening. It was somewhere in between Bridgerton and Dexter. And, you know, and he said, oh, you know, it'd be good if we were sponsored by something, or we were, you know, if there was something. He was American, Kathy. He was from upstate New York.
Oh, so, no kidding. I was born upstate New York.
Whereabouts?
Lockport, kind of near Buffalo, up that way near
the
Erie Canal.
He was, why have I forgotten the name of the place? Right near Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Jamestown. He was from Jamestown. He lived in Jamestown, but he grew up in Buffalo. Yeah, so you know exactly. Anyway, he said it would be good if we were sponsored by an organisation or something. And I said, oh, well, how about the Seance Society? And he said, oh yeah, Seance Society. And I'm online at that moment, you know, straight away, domain name, is it gone? Oh my God, no. And he said, Seance Society of Great Britain. No, nobody's got it. Bang, we have now. And so it was his baby, really, the Seance Society of Great Britain. And what he did, because Kathy asked me at the beginning, you know, or Alex did, am I still doing it? You know, we take memberships for the Seance Society of Great Britain, and they get a pin, a lovely pin, and it's got this glow in the dark ghost on it, and it says Seance. And they get a certificate and 4 newsletters a year, spook letters, the spook news. But what he did, right, husband, he signed people up for eternity.
Oh, I saw that on the website. I love it.
I know. So I've got no choice, have I?
Aww.
So, yeah. So they're members for eternity. So he's doing research right now, obviously. So I keep it going, and I've got plans for it as well, and I've changed a few things already. And we'd been asked to do a lecture about the Seance Society of Great Britain at a convention which is called Doomsday. And this was last May. This was like the weekend after I went to the Arthur Findlay College and had the 2 husbands come at me. And we'd been asked to do a lecture about it. And the organizer said, would I still do it? And I said, I just can't. I'm not I wasn't in a good enough place to be standing up and doing that at that point.
Yeah.
Well, and then I thought, hold on a minute, I'm missing a trick here. So I messaged him back and I said, no, I'll do it.
Oh.
And so I thought I missed, because I thought, well, I said I'll still come to the convention, and I thought I'm just going to sell all his seance props. They're all his props. They're not my things. They're all his things. You know, the spirit trumpets, the spirit bells. I thought I'm just going to. They're the right audience there. I'm going to get rid of it all. And that's when I thought, hang on a minute, I'm missing a trick. I should do a talk about the Seance Society and a seance using his props and bring him through. So that's what I did.
Oh my gosh.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I did that.
Did you use the cabinet as well? Did you have all the? Or you didn't use the
I
cabinet?
love it.
No.
I didn't. I love a spirit cabinet. I've done one before. I do love a spirit cabinet, but not there. I didn't. Another time I will. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Oh well, we're members now, aren't we, Kathy and me? I think. Well, we were an hour ago.
I would love to be a member.
I
love that he's up there taking care of the eternity members.
I know.
On to that level of membership. He's up
But
there.
you don't get that with anything else, do you?
Yeah.
That sort of aftercare.
Yeah.
Sounds
good. Did
he
come through when you did that act? Did he come through?
Yeah, I had a Ouija board, and
oh my gosh,
it did spell his name out.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, I've got my thoughts on Ouija boards. I've got one in the cupboard. Don't use it.
You know what? When we did the Boo show down the road, we had the Ouija board on top of a mat, on top of a tablecloth. Right? On top of the table. And all the tables were the same in this room. They were just ordinary wooden tables. After the first night, we put our stuff away. And we got this call from the manager at the hotel. He said there's a problem with one of the tables, there's damage to the table. And it had moved. The glass had moved around the table. And when we went, we were like, well, the table was fine, you know, he's just making it up sort of thing. We went down there and there's circular marks cut into the top of the table.
Through a cloth and other ply?
Of the planchette?
No, we used glass.
Used glass, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Wow. Yikes.
Just goes to show that it's a bit of evidence as well, isn't it? Because people always think you're pushing it or you're doing something else, don't they? But that is evidential, isn't it?
I would say.
Wow. So did you have to pay for it or did you get away with it?
He Roger sort of managed to sand it down and, you know, make it good again. But when we got down there, we were like, oh, that's a surprise, you know, because we hadn't noticed when we were packing up, you know.
Just goes to show, doesn't it? You know, we always say that. You think things do happen, don't they? Not just with the Ouija board, but I mean, you know, in general with the spiritual work, you know, things do happen, don't they? Yeah. I know. I just want. Yeah, I don't know what your take on it was, but yeah, I've got one. I've used it a couple of times, but I don't know. I'm not that keen on them, but maybe that's from when I was younger, doing things. You know, but there we are. But they do say I'm the biggest wuss in the business, so maybe they're right.
You're not the worst.
Sometimes.
Oh,
last time we used the ball, used it at a friend's place, and we was all sitting in a summer house. I call it a shed, but she gets the ump. And it was a summer house. And I'm sitting there, there was me, there's her, and she won't mind me telling you this. And it was her ex-partner or whatever come through, and he told me to off in certain words.
Wow.
And I thought, whoa, they get the hump with me even over there. And I'm not even doing anything. I'm just sitting in my own business. That's on my board. And I thought, you know what? And I was talking about this the other week to her. I said, do you remember that? She said, yeah. What have I done? You see, Mr. Innocent sitting in my own business, and people get the arse with me. But there you go, that's life, isn't it? But yeah, that was what he said. He was obviously, I don't know what he was thinking, really. I never met the guy. I never met him.
Wow. Maybe if you had met him, he'd have been a bit more at ease. It was the fact that you were an unknown.
Well, I'm sitting here, minding my own business.
Yeah.
Won't say too much. I don't want him floating around in here tonight.
No, that's the thing, isn't it? Once you start talking about them, they're like, "Oh yeah, hi."
I know.
Yeah, I remember him.
You're going to go up and leave me with husbands.
And he'll come around and I go, look, he's got talking to two of them tonight. Yeah. No, I'm a bit sort of dubious about those things. But anyway, it's life, isn't it? But I think it's quite fascinating, all the physical stuff. I used to do the mental mediumship, but then I do the table tipping and all the rest of it. And I didn't think of this until last week when we had Rachel on. She said, if I'm wrong, put me right, Kathy. But she said the table tipping she classed as witchcraft, worse to that effect. So I said to my friend the other day, the one whose ex-husband told me, what did she think? And she said, yeah, I call it witchcraft. Now, I was doing this stuff for all my gigs, get the tables going. Oh God, I'm freezing. I never knew. But now I look at it and I suppose no one ever said to me, don't do that. That's witchcraft.
Right.
But Rachel said it was. A friend of mine said it was. But yeah, I used to love it in when I did my gigs. But I've never thought. I thought it was just sort of a bit of spirit activity. So would you
Eva, do you think it's?
Would you call that witchcraft, or would you call that?
No,
I don't really.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it's witch. I mean, here's the thing. What's the difference, really?
Not a lot.
Not really. It's just being more aware, isn't it, of the bigger picture? I suppose.
I mean, I used to do gigs. I'd get what they call a pulse. Asphalts and all that, where they come back in, things land in your glass, and even had a woman's mobile phone explode in her pocket.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I weren't doing nothing. I was just doing what I do. I'm always a bit lively. There's always things happening. I think that's why people like me. But
I'd like that.
Some of the old farts that used to run places, they ain't that keen. But it used to happen without me doing anything. And then I'm sitting there thinking the other day, I thought, well, is it energy? Was it spooks? Was it what caused all this? We know asphalts to do with physical mediumship. Things disappear, things appear.
Yeah.
But yeah, so and then the organ started to play when it weren't plugged in and the lid was down, all that sort of thing.
Wow.
Is that witchcraft or is it spirit? Makes you think, doesn't it?
It does, but I think probably spirits.
I do.
I would, yeah. Bill said, do I get cold chills? I get what I call psychic Tourette's. They make me go like that.
Oh.
I haven't got Tourette's, but they work their way up through me. I feel them go.
Oh, I get those chills. I feel that when I've crossed.
No, it's not chills. It's like
you. Yeah.
It's like a bubbling feeling, and I feel them like bubble, and they work their way right up through me, and then it's almost like they pull me like that.
You know what I'm noticing about both of you is that Alex.
We're good looking. Oh no,
They're besides being very good looking, the two of you. is that you both use humor when you're communicating with spirit. You know, it's like I just get that sense that I think sometimes the humor is a way to kind of raise your vibration a bit, especially if there's laughter involved. And that I think spirit enjoys that, you know,
But
that
I
kind
have to
of.
say, I have to say something about that because I don't know whether it's looking back. Was I don't. Never know. Was my character whether it was nerves and you put on a because when I did it, it weren't like godly and holy and all that nonsense,
Right.
and it used to come out and have some fun.
Yeah.
But then I think, is that me and my nerves, or is it them taking control? Because they did take control.
Mm.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say about that, Kathy. I think, if you do have a laugh, I think it does open it up a bit more. Because if you
I
go
think
to any of
so.
these, I'm not knocking. People think I'm knocking them, but you go to these spiritual things. It's pretty boring, isn't it? The same. I might get a message of holy, 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 and all that. But it was like that when I did it, and it was like the place. It was awesome, and there was all things going on, and I thought, this is not me. I'm not doing it. So like with Eva, I think they either. I think they take control, and they think we'll have a laugh here tonight because she'll get the blame. She'll get the blame.
I think they enjoy it. I
I
think
do.
Hillary has a good comment. Hillary, thanks. Laughter is the best medicine for us and for spirit. Yeah, I believe that.
Oh, I think
Yeah.
so. Mike says here. He said, "Don't know about table tipping, but we've been running around Neil Spiritual even a few times. Funny enough, Mike, it come up on my Facebook today. One of those remembering things where we had the tables running around the room. But that's the only bit I miss about not doing it. I don't miss all the rest of it, but it was a fun night. But then they told me we don't want you doing it anymore. We don't want you associating with these people anymore. But I had no control over it. I'm sure people thought it was me, but I used to get a lot of people come to the gigs, but it's the people that run the places, all these Holy Joe types, they're not really like that, and they weren't too keen. But I had no control over it either. Maybe like you, I had no control.
Well, I know. I mean, Hillary knows me well. We've worked a lot of psychic fairs together. She's known me for many years, and I think I'm just. Do you think maybe? Well, no, because that nun was a bit serious. The one that the 17th century beheaded nun, she was very serious.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, there wasn't much in the way of sense of humour there. So but then again, that was out of my control. I just felt her emotions. All I'm doing is feeling, same with you. You feel the emotions of the person that comes through. So, and that's what comes out. So maybe a lot of the time, I'm attracting. I don't know. I'm just. Hillary knows stuff.
I can't explain it. I try to do. I don't know. I'll be serious, just normal.
I'm not very good at serious.
No, I'm not really. But
laugh with no head.
Good point, Hillary.
I did a job. This place was shutting down. And the weird thing is, it was a church. Well, they call it a church, but it went under the ground. So you had no windows because it was under the ground. And I did the last night there. And I got the blame for this. There was banging on the walls, right? All this. Wow. There was little kiddies, spirit kids. It was going wild. Now, I think, none of my business, but I don't think it should have been got rid of. But the activity that night, and that's my fault. That's not my fault. It's just that everybody came out. But it was so unusual because there was no windows. So you couldn't say someone tapping on the windows. It had to be in there. And to me, I think that's a good thing because it proves that there are spirit people about.
Definitely, yeah.
But anyway, it's
yeah, it's kind of a little bit more of a controlled environment, without the
Hillary.
windows. And...
You can't laugh with no head.
No.
I just found a thing I'd written that I'd seen in Rendlesham Forest. I was telling Kathy, I saw a woman with no head.
Really?
Oh, Hillary, another thing. I fancy one of those past life readings if you're up for it anytime. Just thought I'd get it in while I'm on here.
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
Hillary, brilliant.
Brilliant. Yes. I had mine done. It was fascinating. Oh my gosh. Crazy stuff.
The old saying, you've got to take while the iron's hot, haven't you? You've got to take advantage while the iron's hot. And Hillary's there. Yeah.
I didn't know you could past life, Hillary. Why has mine not been done?
Yes,
I'm left out, Hillary. I'm all left out.
That's what I said to Kathy. She had hers done. Oh, where's mine?
I think I sort of know, really.
Do you know of any of your past lives, Eva?
I'm fairly certain that what's that, Bill? I'm fairly certain it was a bit Egyptian.
Yeah, I've had many Egyptian lifetimes. Yeah, actually, Hillary and I had an Egyptian lifetime come through with our reading. And Hillary and I do believe we've shared past lifetimes in Egypt together. So that was an interesting conversation.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at what Hillary put. Probably I was a laughing man.
What's that? We'll sort out.
Probably a laughing man. I love it.
That would be hilarious.
It's strange because where I live now, don't even know why I moved here really, but this is where the what's his name, the Witchfinder lived. The Witchfinder used to all his shenanigans where I am, not far from me.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Yeah.
So maybe I better have a past life because, he ran all the way from Essex all the way up Suffolk coast.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll have to get in touch with him and have one of these readings. Be quite fascinating, wouldn't it?
It'd be interesting.
But I won't be telling you lot.
No? Oh, go on.
No, of course I would. Right, where are we now? But yeah, I like the sound. I like the sound of your seance thing. That's quite good.
Well, I'd like to take it a step further next year. I'm looking at I don't know when in my spare time. I'm feeling some sort of a. You have to let me know what you think, Hillary. I'm feeling not a retreat because it won't be that. It'll be more of a happening where the Seance Society we meet and go around and investigate some places together. I think
that sounds fun. What a lovely legacy for your husband to have that society and you're carrying on his legacy. Very nice.
Yeah. Well, otherwise I'll be in trouble, won't I? I have no choice.
What was the other husband into? Because you got him as well, don't forget.
Well, he was ex-army intelligence, so whole different thing.
There you go. So you can't leave him out, can you?
Well, I can.
Hillary, could you speak a little bit about what you do at Stonehenge? I'm fascinated with Stonehenge and Avebury, and oh God, those stones speak to me.
Have you been there, Kathy?
Yes, I've been to both. Remarkable. I've had past lifetimes there in Avebury and in Stonehenge.
Wow.
2 lifetimes in Stonehenge. Once during the Roman occupation of Britain, and then also the last phase of Stonehenge in the Neolithic time period. I was a priestess there. Yeah.
Wow. That's.
And I'll tell you, I felt so much when I was there. Yikes. So yeah, very connected there for sure. Yeah.
It's they're two very different types of energy, I find. I mean, I'm a celebrant. Over here, the laws are different with weddings. And because Stonehenge hasn't got a roof on it, you can't legally get married there. So people sign at the registry office, which is the same as your.
Interesting.
Yeah, so the laws are changing in the next couple of years, but you go to the what's the office called where you go to?
Clerk's office?
Registry office.
Clerk's over there. It's the clerk's office to sign, and then you can have your celebration somewhere else. It's the same here. You can go to the registry office and then have your celebration somewhere else. So I do. It's stonehengeweddings.com, but little plug there. But I do the ceremony elsewhere, be it Stonehenge or Avebury or some other venues as well, and an exciting new one coming up. But so we try, if we can, to do sunrise or sunset. So we go
magical
the inner circle, which is really special. And so it's a wedding celebration there basically, and a hand fast wedding. So I'm all robed up and do that.
Oh, how special is that to have the hand fasting there? Wow.
Yeah, so it's really, and they're and Avebury. So do quite a lot more at Avebury than Stonehenge, actually, mainly because Stonehenge is a lot more expensive. So really, really love it. It's a huge honor to be able to do that.
Oh my gosh, I'll say. Do the stones speak to you, Eva?
Oh gosh, yes. There's one stone in particular at Stonehenge that I feel, you can't touch it, but I feel its energy. I start to feel the energy of Stonehenge just walking towards it. Yes. It's like it's like the earth and time has stood still, and it's almost like you are in a vortex there, and it's just got this amazing calm energy there, strong, powerful calm.
When I was there, a lot of ravens appeared, and okay, this is a great message, everybody. It's almost like a validation of remembrance. It's like that place memory, certain places that it calls back to you. Yeah, if you've got a past life there. Yeah.
Well, that one. So and I'm looking at it because I've got a picture on the wall. I don't know if while you were at Avebury, you went to Silbury Hill.
Yes. We stood outside of it. We didn't go up to it.
You can't. Yeah.
Right. Yeah,
you can that
place holds stuff for me too.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. If I go there, if I want any answers, that place I used to think that the hill was doing it, because if I go near it, I'm like buzzing, but the whole of my body is like doing that. I don't know what that is, but it's like I'm going to explode, right? And I always used to think it was the hill doing that to me. I now know that the hill amplifies me.
Okay.
And so I'm pretty certain that's why the hill's there, because it's what do you call it, I don't know what you call it, but so if I want the answer to something and I go and stand by the hill and I ask the question, I get the answer within 12 hours.
Oh, interesting. Now, don't some people refer to that as the womb?
Well, I don't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that supposedly way back in its history, there was a chalk cave that they used to do a ceremonial. It was going into the womb of Mother Earth. And
wow.
I'm trying to remember the author's name. And of course, because I want to talk about it, I'm forgetting her name. But she's written about that the very ancient people, the clan of the owl, I believe they were called, used that hill. There was some type of a cave set up, but it was most of the interior of it is chalk.
Yes.
And that, and that somebody did an investigation there, and they found plant remains that these ancient people would bring in the plants as an offering, and that some of them survived and were still growing in that womb in Silbury Hill, which I found fascinating.
It is just frequency amplifier.
Frequency amplifier. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. So if I stand near it, it amplifies my thoughts out to the universe, basically.
Goodness,
Massively.
wow. I remembered that author's name. Her name is Barbara Hand-Claw. She wrote a book about Hand-Claw. Yeah, Hand, Hand dash Claw, CLAW. She's a remarkable woman. Oh my goodness. She has written a lot about that area. And she's a past life regressionist. So a lot of her information was coming through people who had past lives there, who had incredible recall of what that whole area was used for, and all that was fascinating. I'll quickly share a story. When I was at Avebury, there was one stone. In those places, there's always that one stone for whatever reason. And my stone was going down the avenue of the stones, and it was there as you're walking down. It was on the right, and that stone just called me. And I left my group. I walked all the way down there, and I went to this stone, and I did all this without thinking. And I went to the far side of it. So not the side that faced the avenue, behind it, and I put my entire body up against it and just stood there. All of a sudden, I'm flashed into this past lifetime as a priestess. I look down, and again, this happened in Egypt to me. It's as though I'm in somebody else's body. I'm looking down at myself. I'm in this long, long dress. It was a color green, like what you're wearing. Very long. I had very long hair that was kind of a reddish color. And the wind is whipping around. And there was a whole procession coming down the avenue of priests and priestesses. Those stones, they showed me those stones were used for healing. So people who needed healing would, like I was doing, would stand against the stone in the middle, facing the avenue. And as the priest and priestesses would walk by, they would hold their hands out like this. And the energy, their healing energy coming from their hands to the stones, brought forward the healing to whoever's standing at the stone. It was remarkable to see. So that whole procession would end up down at Stonehenge. Does that resonate for you? Did we lose her volume?
She's gone off.
We can't hear you, Hillary. I mean, Eva. Oh, no.
She's gone off.
Weird. We can't hear you. Wow.
Spooks.
I tell you.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello.
we can hear you now.
That's weird. It was my phone made a beep noise, and it's through my phone. How weird is that? Okay.
Well, we still get some strange noises on here, actually. And,
yeah, that's a bit weird. I have no idea why that's. Anyway.
I've got a couple of questions.
I mean, what a phenomenal experience, Kathy. I'd love to have been there with you.
Oh,
when you come back, we'll go.
Oh my God. So I've got to do that with you. Oh yes, let's put that out there.
Well, I'm 20 minutes from Avebury, that's all.
Really? Oh my gosh. And the other thing I wanted to ask you about is when my group was at Stonehenge, a group of these women got together and they were toning using just their voices, no words. And it was beautiful. And I was on the other side of Stonehenge, and where they were toning was right behind where the altar stone is on the ground, and one of the tall sarsen stones, do you call them, is behind the altar. And they're toning to this stone. And I turned around and I was so fascinated by listening to them. I walked across, and as I'm walking across, I look, what do I see? But waves of energy coming off the stone that they are chanting to. And I
Wow.
was like, oh my God. And I went up and I told them, I said, I can see the energy coming out of the stones. So, I mean, again, they hold energy. I believe they still hold healing energy.
Oh, yes.
That was my experience in Avebury. They're powerful, powerful stones.
Oh, phenomenal. Absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, honey.
Got a question for you
Yes.
from Bill.
Oh,
Do you do remote viewing?
I can do remote viewing, yes.
Oh,
I haven't done that for a while.
wow.
And
Yeah.
then
Mike had a good comment too.
I've got him underneath that one.
Yes, yeah.
Richard Hall did a program about energy nodes increasing crop germination
I
Yeah.
saw
if
that.
the seeds
Yep.
were left inside, and it worked.
Yep.
Mm.
Yep.
Ah,
Yeah.
well.
Oh, yes. Hillary says, count me in, girls. You got it, sister. We'll get you there too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, that would be powerful. Yikes.
Mhm. Bring your own dragon. BYOD.
Bring your own dagger. I might have to borrow one of yours. I don't have a dagger.
No, dragon. Bring your own dragon.
Oh, dragon. I thought you said dagger.
No,
Dragon.
bring your own dragon, Hillary. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah, so
my
remote
goodness.
viewing, yeah, I appear to, I've always been able to do that really, but it is a bit random, as with most of my things I do are very random. So, yeah, yes, I
Yeah, I
can.
haven't done it. I haven't done it for a long time actually. Remote viewing.
It's good
Have
fun.
you done it, Alex?
Yeah, it's a long time. I always get a lot of strange things. Yeah, something a woman asked me to do something for her, and I can't talk about it, but that was really strange where I was taken. But it seemed that everything, and I've never met this person before, and yeah, that was a bit strange. It's happened quite a lot, but I don't know. I don't know if it's because I've stopped doing stuff, or maybe I don't need to do it, I suppose. But it's weird how they take you off these different pathways, isn't it?
It is.
Like, take me off of that, make me put me at death's door 4 years ago, and then bring me back onto this. Tell me not to do the rest of it. And you think, well, what? It's weird, isn't it? How just got to go with the flow, I suppose.
Well, they're guides for us.
What,
It wasn't your time. We've talked about this.
I mean,
You
I said to
still got
Kathy,
work to do.
I was gonna pack this up when Elaine, she stopped. I said, I don't think I'll bother anymore. I've been there for 3 years or whatever, 4 years. And then Kathy said, well, I thought we could maybe do something. And that's how we started doing this. So it's like it's meant to be, isn't it? It's not worth making plans because they've got plans for you somewhere along the line, haven't they? But yeah, it's don't know what's next for any of us, really, do we?
No.
But
no, I'm just thinking actually, and it was only because you were talking about past lives and sort of linked in with the remote viewing, because and I actually, Hillary, I'm sure you'd tell me if this is the case, because Hillary does say, you need to be grounded. I remember you saying that to me, you need to be grounded, and I'm like, I don't forget anything anybody says to me like that, and I'm like, I like being ungrounded. She's like, you need to be grounded. And I like it, yeah. So I try my best, Hillary, to be grounded. Pretty rubbish at it. Anyway, with the remote viewing, the fact that I can see back in people's lives, is that but I can sort of see where I don't see the person, but I can describe their house to you, and I can describe the ornaments on their mantelpiece, and I can describe for that person, am I looking back at their past life?
Don't know. I think, well, I doing a job, and I could see into someone's house, right? And I went, oh, I've gone in your home, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then I said, oh, about the dog. She said, you're in next door. I was in the next house, next door.
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
How weird is that? I mean, that's what I'm seeing. But
Very
I'm in the wrong
sense of
house.
direction.
But you're next door.
I'm in next door.
I have had spirit do that. They'll bring me in their homes. I've had one funny time when I had spirit bring me into this. I was reading a friend, and they brought me into his childhood home. And I come in the back kitchen door. I could see all the detail of the kitchen. I'm walking through the house, and all of a sudden we're into what was his father's office. And I see, and his father shows me this big machine that was, you know, the very first where you would do numbers on, a calculator. But remember how big they used to be?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling my friend this is what I'm seeing, and he starts laughing, and he's like, "Oh my God!" He said, "My dad used to run numbers. He was always on that calculator and doing the numbers, and it, you know, everybody's betting, and he runs the bets, and it was so comical. But that you know, calculator was everything to that man." And he brought me right to that calculator because he knew if I talked about the calculator to his son, that would be a connect on a memory. And it was hysterical. So, yeah, he used to run numbers.
I mean,
back in the day.
There was a film called, something about goats. I can't remember what it was called now, an American film.
Staring at goats?
Men staring at goats or something, where the American military actually trained the soldiers. I mean, that remote viewing I did for that woman, that was really strange. It was something I wouldn't even know about. But they trained the military, didn't they? Men that stare at goats, that's it. And they got them to do the remote viewing. So the Americans were doing this many years ago, weren't they? It's getting you into this remote viewing. Fascinating. Really.
Well, and the Nazis, they actually... you know, World War II kind of became known as an occult war because of the Nazis they had whole groups of mediums. Most of them were women. And they were using their abilities to probably do what we now call remote viewing. And that, you know, they were trying to get information about, you know, all kinds of things, you know, and then, you know, they were collecting all kinds of religious regalia and things like that, or, you know, occult items that they thought would bring them power. Like, what's that dagger that they, Eva, you would know about this, that dagger that, biblical dagger that whoever owns it has its powers. I'm totally forgetting. Mike, you might know what I'm talking about. You're always good with that. But the sphere of destiny, that's what they were after. And they did have that in their, you know, wherever they found it, they had the sphere of destiny. And it was always noted, whoever owned the sphere of destiny would die within a few years of getting the sphere of destiny. And Hitler did commit suicide within that time frame, I believe. But, you know, I'm going to have to say goodnight. My dog is still sick. She's thrown up. She's scratching at the door. She's got to go back out. So I so apologize.
You want to carry on for another 20 minutes, Eva? Chit-chat?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Oh, please do. Please do. And Eva, it was so special to have you join us. And my heartfelt sympathies on the loss of Roger. So yeah, I hold you in my heart, my dear. And thank you. Continue on with the chat. I'm going to probably have to take my little girl, Callie, to the vets. Something's not good here. So, but thank you again. It was a great show, the part I was in. Continue on to finish it up.
I'll talk to you in a week. Talk to you in a week, Kathy.
Thank you, Eva. Thanks, Alex.
See you
Bye.
later. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, she's gone. Oh,
Gone.
a bit quick there. Yeah, that remote viewing stuff, I don't quite know how it works, but I don't know. Just happened.
I suppose if the whole of time is fluid, really, you've just got to tap into a different, you know.
But I didn't try it.
Have you ever dealt with missing person?
I don't think so. I didn't do it. I can't explain. I didn't do it intentionally. It's like it just happens, I suppose it's them. They're in charge, aren't they? And people don't see. I don't think people get it. I don't think they quite. I never really had any control over it. If that's what they wanted me to do, or something, that's what happened. I didn't train for it. I didn't.
No, not me. No.
You know what I mean? It just used, and the mediumship was the same. It was quite phenomenal, really, looking back on it. But yeah, it's all fun. I don't do readings. I don't do anything really like that anymore. But no, never really did do private.
Maybe you're just resting.
No, I never really did like one-to-ones. I find it quite boring actually, and I prefer to have an audience, big audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't that keen on one-to-ones. It's horses for courses, really, isn't it? But a friend of mine said the reason they probably told you don't do it anymore is because we got all this. I'm offended. I'm this. And I never knew what was going to come out.
No, because you're not in control.
No. But you see these movies go, "Oh, I can't say this. I didn't have a chance for all that. It was just, it's out." And she said to me, she runs a place. She said, "That's why they stopped you, because she'd have been in so much trouble."
Really?
Because I think you can't have it both ways. If you either people say you're all fakes and frauds, and then on the other hand, you give them info and they go, "Oh, I don't like that."
Yeah, you are putting yourself out there a bit, aren't you?
You are really, and anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't really fancy traipse around the country inside now, doing different places. So it was about 15 years. I'm happy doing my Rendlesham stuff, which I've got a lot of information about things I've seen down. I'm going to sort that out this week, and talking to people like you. It's quite nice, Even coming on here, I get nervous. You know that?
Oh no! Well, I got nervous.
Yeah.
And like I say, I thought, "Oh my goodness, what am I going to talk about? I've got nothing to talk about."
Mine's more in case the internet goes down, which it has done a couple of times.
Well, that's probably you. But somebody was trying to talk to you through your headphones, definitely.
Well, Alien Bill heard it. I think Mike heard it. I'm sure a few others.
I heard the noise, but I didn't know what it was.
No, this was a man's voice. It was so loud. And
Wow.
Last week it was happening, but I watched a playback on the TV.
What did he say?
It was just like a noise, a sound. But I played it back via the TV on YouTube, and I couldn't really hear it. Maybe you need the headphones in.
I wonder if you'll be able to play that back, that noise, the man's voice.
I'm going to have a listen to it, and I'll put the wireless ones on.
Yeah.
Because they really, really are very good. But I think when you're doing this, everything being wireless could go wrong. So I plug these in. But no, he was very loud and so quick.
Yeah, let me know.
I will do. And we've had this for the last, I say, 3 or 4 weeks now. It's like somebody comes in. I thought it was me. I thought it was the internet, but it can't. It's not everybody hears it. It's just certain people hear it. Weird, isn't it?
Well, I suppose, sitting here talking about it, it's bound to.
Yeah. I'm like you. I've got them here. I've got them here all the time. I've always had them around me, which is okay. Sure, people think I'm nuts. Same as you. Probably think we're all mad, but
no, you're quite normal to me.
Am I? Thank you.
I don't know if you think that's good or bad. I find you quite normal. Yeah.
I think I'm normal.
Yeah, well, I think I'm normal.
I do.
It's the rest
it's everyone
that
else, isn't it? Yeah. So it's all these people.
It's only when you say it in your out loud voice. Well, yeah, I went round and I was on my knees praying to a nun, a headless nun, and then I went to an escape room and then had afternoon tea in a posh hotel. You know, when they say, "Well, what did you do over the weekend?" Well, I did this and I did that. You know.
I've got these things down. I'm not going to read them all out now, but I was living in this place and I've got watchers. I take it there's someone watching me. The car battery dead. Misfire. Man sitting on the sofa. My name called. A maid in the hallway. In the old. Nice.
Yeah.
It was. Oh Christ Almighty! I'm freezing. Cutlery thrown around the kitchen.
Oh.
I met. This was really weird. I met Brian Jones. You know the Rolling Stones.
Mm.
Can't remember what this was all about now, but I met him in a sleep state.
Mm.
But I can't remember what happened after that. It was a reason for all this. Jesus at my bedside, woman working on my back, out of body experiences. Then I go on to the Rendlesham things.
Yeah.
I can't believe what I witnessed down there. And don't know, then you think nothing much happens,
No.
But it does, and it's a shame we can't film it all, really.
I should go there.
Well, Rendlesham, yeah, you should.
It's a bit of a way for me, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit like me going to Avebury. I've been to Avebury, but it's my daughter used to live down that way. But Rendlesham is not as it was. I'm sure people don't like me saying this, but it's not as it was. It's kind of, for me, it's gone very quiet. Next month, it's the 45th anniversary of the UFO landing. But then I've written all this stuff down. I found these by accident the other day, all this stuff that I've done over 14 years of walking the forest. I thought, cool, bloody hell, did that really happen? And I'm not you, I don't make things up. I don't make things up, don't lie. But and a lot of it's happened. I did have someone with me, but she's passed away now. So I've got no proof, you see.
I'm wondering if you say it's gone a bit quiet, but I wonder if it's not any quieter, but the spirits that wanted to say something or do something for you, made their point.
I did say that. I did say that. I've just got stuff, and I've got some awesome photographs. Really strange photographs, and spirit people and all sorts. But anyway, there you go.
I'd be interested to see your spirit pictures. That definitely.
I didn't try and show them on here because I was just going to mess everything up. I don't touch anything. I'll send some to you.
Yeah, I'd love to see them. Yeah.
You should go to Clapham Woods. I'd never go there again.
Really?
Really.
Wow.
It's a funny old story. But what happened in Clapham happened, even though I've been going Rendlesham for quite a while. I was in a certain part of Rendlesham, which I've not taken anyone else to. But I had the same thing happen to me in this part of the forest that happened to me in Clapham Woods. And I don't know what causes all that. Eva should go Sutton Hoo. See, this is the Sutton Hoo. That's another place. It's all kind of part of Rendlesham anyway. But yeah, Clapham Woods. It's if you look at the videos on YouTube, it's nowhere as big as Rendlesham, but there's a lot of stuff. I'm thinking witchcraft as well.
Yeah,
And we know they have witchcraft in Rendlesham, and I suppose I just happened to be in the right place at the wrong time, or right, whatever you called it.
Oh,
Or you
really?
could maybe, I don't know, or maybe you can walk into a. Well, I often wonder if you're just walking into a portal sometimes. You know,
What happened?
Well, Clapham. I've never been there before. This was years ago, 50 years ago now. But I can't explain. Someone else might be able to explain here, but sometimes it's like going into a dream state. Can you know what I mean? And it's like, isn't it like being in a dream state? Ooh, surreal. That's the word. Things are surreal. And I've been walking the forest now for nearly 15 years, morning, noon, and night. And it was busy. There was a lot of stuff going on. I've had people talk to me. I was told the first night there, leave the ancients and aliens alone. That's what I was told.
Wow.
I've never been there before. And it went on from there. And Elaine, who was moderating for me, we've been there. Things have been fired at us like pellets, but there can't be. There's no one there. Or you come out with scratches. And
wow.
The last thing that happened was about 4 or 5 months ago. I was walking through, because I can't run, because I bust my leg and my ankle now, pins and plates, and now I can't. A woman actually gliding very quickly along the top track with a dresser. I couldn't catch her. But Elaine, my ex, been there. Alien Bill. It's a weird place, but it's gone very, very quiet. But don't know why.
No, that's strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've seen all sorts of things in there. I've had things happen to me in there.
Yeah.
I'll try and get some pictures together and I'll send them over to you and see what you think. But if I try and do them on here now, I guarantee everything to go up the creek. So I leave well alone. Yeah.
Maybe you should make it into a bit of a book. Are you thinking?
I did that once. I did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But how can I put it? I'm very impatient.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it could be that.
Yeah,
could be that
really
big, but you make it that big, and But yeah, I'm very very impatient. That's the word. I was pretty quick on the guitar. That's why I'm impatient to get finished. But
a hairy fish picture, Mike. What's a
it's not what you're thinking. It's not what you're thinking. I can read your mind. It was a. Oh, I wish I could show it to you now. What I'll do tomorrow or later, actually today, doesn't really matter when I do it. I'll get some of these pictures together. I've got to get some for someone else as well. But actually, no. Where are we? Here we go. Wait a minute. Image. See if I can find you an image.
Okay. Yes, Bill. Yeah, let me know if you're coming my way.
That's not what we want. That's not what we want. I got these up last week, actually.
Be careful what you share.
The StreamYard. Oh, no, it's nothing like that. This StreamYard is really weird because they like you to do things on. Well, this is the one. They've all seen this before. Now, that's my granddaughter. That's my daughter. But we don't know who that is behind her.
Oh, my.
Now, this was overlooking a field.
It's the man. You can see the jacket.
Yeah, it's somebody. But anyway, we've tried to replicate this photograph for the last sort of 10 years. Every time I go with someone, say, stand by that tree. Stand by the tree.
Wow.
It never happens. And then my daughter goes, "Oh, I'm going to show that picture again, are you?"
Hmm?
And then my daughter's
You could see his jacket, couldn't you?
and his hat,
Yeah.
but we don't quite know. And see if I can find this hairy thing. There it
No,
is.
but Bill, I haven't.
Nothing rude.
No.
Now that I didn't see, but it's lying across. There's the light. There are the lights of the airfield, Rendlesham,
Yeah.
and that thing was lying across the path. It's got an eye. It looks like a big
That is
fish. It's got.
so strange. That is
But
really strange.
what goes with it is just as strange. And see if I've got it. I'll show you this last one because they haven't come out very well. But this is what was next to it. If I can find the bloody thing. The monks. The monks, you see them? But I didn't see them, the camera did. I didn't see these people.
Wow.
And behind the tree is a little grey, like you can see the little alien
Yeah.
with the eyes.
Yeah.
And on the tree here is like a woman's head. And she reminds me of, I don't know whether she, I don't know what nationality she is, but that monk is like he's hanging there.
Wow.
But the thing is, I don't see him. The camera does.
Wow.
And I was using
a camera or what camera?
I was using a Olympus OM1, ordinary 50mm lens. Yeah. I didn't know. I didn't see him. I take random pictures, and I've got some others with I was with Elaine and her husband and Derek, her brother, and all of a sudden there's this strange, looks like a big creature coming out of the trees.
God.
And I used to always get a girl. She had black eyes, a spirit girl, Christabel Blakeney. She told me her name was.
Mm.
But the camera, I didn't see the thing with my daughter.
That is just amazing. And I mean, you can see his jacket, you can see his hat. You know, he's in his 20s, I would say. He looks in his 20s to me. Wow.
But Boudica or Bodicea or whatever you want to pronounce her, she was there as well, you see, years ago with her tribe. And
no, it's just amazing.
Elaine,
I mean, those are amazing pictures, my God.
Elaine thinks I'm joking, but last year, I think, we were there and her husband. We're walking along what they call Track 7, which is it's an eerie place, that is. And she'd vanished. And her husband was getting really worried. Honestly, you could see his face. Where is she? But she maintained she was walking with us.
Wow. Wow.
Seriously. She don't mess around. She said, "What are you talking about?" I said, "You weren't there." Simon, he was getting worried. Honestly, I've never seen him. I've known him for years. And her. She said, "No, I was walking next to you. You bloody weren't there." She weren't.
So there's a stonking great portal there.
So that's why I'm wondering whether we are walking into. I saw 2 German airmen in uniform.
God.
And I say, I don't care. People believe me. People who know me know I don't make things up.
No, I believe you.
And you've got it's a certain part where it all happens. All seems to be quite active. And these 2 Germans appear in uniform. And they said, "We're very sorry for what we've done and what we were about to do." They said we were flying a Heinkel aeroplane. Well, a few weeks later, someone said, "Yeah, they found a Heinkel not far from what was Woodbridge between there."
Yeah.
Crashed in the war.
And you wouldn't have known that, would you?
I didn't know. I didn't know.
No.
But it's like looking at you and me now on the screen. That's how clear they were. But I can go there again and nothing. But there's someone down here, and Elaine, if she was on here, would tell you they're firing things at you, throwing things at you. They've had hot stones fall out the sky.
Good
Her
God.
brother got attacked. I was told, I tried to explain this to someone, every time someone talks to me from the other side, it's the same voice. And last time we went to Rendlesham, they said, we don't want you back here on your own anymore. Now, why is that?
No.
Other things have happened, leave the ancients and aliens alone. Anyway, weird, isn't it?
It is very weird.
But I've got these photographs. I don't make things up. I don't even know. I don't even see them. You take the photograph and there's these
And the thing is,
there.
with the one with the young man, you don't get a shadow that's that sharp.
No.
And the sharp lines at the bottom of his coat there, you can see the detail in that. You can't make that up. You can't fake that.
I think the photograph was taken, I think it was August. The daughter comes.
I've got 8 o'clock. Going through me now. I got
about 8 o'clock in the about 8 o'clock in the evening.
Yeah.
And and then a few days later, I got this fish thing. Well, the fish thing and the monks were all on the same photograph. But I just separated them. Oh, there's all sorts of stuff down here. And I go there on my own. People say you're nuts. I probably am.
Well,
and I met a woman. Me and my mate was there. He's not with us now. We've gone further in the forest, and a woman appeared. Hello, she said. Where are you off to? Well, I don't know. I think we're a bit lost here. I used to rely on helicopters from the army, so you've got to turn right. Anyway, she said, "Oh, blah blah blah. Have a nice day and all that." And next thing, she's gone. She appeared and disappeared as quick as that. And she wasn't dressed in old-fashioned gear. I don't know if she was.
So there must be a portal there. There must be. Yeah. The whole Elaine thing, that has to be a portal.
And same as the UFO, that had to come through a portal to when it landed at Rendlesham. Yeah.
It mustn't it? It didn't mean to, but it just did. Yeah.
No, it was there. It was there to knock out the nuclear weapons. That's what it was there for. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The colonel and that, they saw the lasers come down. It knocked out all the weapons. In other words, that was a nuclear base, you see, before I ever went there. Yeah.
Wow.
Got a thing here from. Have to go now. Sorry, lovely to see you, Eva. We'll chat soon. Great show again, Alex.
Yeah, I haven't seen Henry. Yeah.
But you won't go back to Clapham. No, I won't. I'm not going to go into all that, but no, that was freaky. I can handle Rendlesham. I can handle Rendlesham. I might go down there this week, actually.
Oh.
Eva, you're fascinating and very funny, and they've made my night. Cosmic thanks.
Thank you, Bill.
Well, I've enjoyed it.
It's been nice to see you, and nice to meet Kathy. I'm sorry her dog's poorly, but nice to see you again. Most definitely.
You too. And we'll
and somebody else. Again. Oh, I'd love to. I don't know what to talk about.
Well, I don't. We just witter and waffle, don't we?
Somebody said, Leslie said, "How's Dan? You should get Dan on."
We've tried Dan. I've been in touch with him, but what am I doing? Wrong one. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get rid of this other stuff. Got in touch with Dan, but I don't know. Time goes so quick, and Kathy, working now with Kathy, getting some American people on now as well. So people she knows. Obviously, it's meant to be because I was going to stop doing it. I thought I've had enough. But she said, no, we'll. And so it is working. It's working.
I probably know some more people.
Mm.
I mean, Dan's hilarious. He's flamboyant. You know, you've got him. He's always got something to say. But you have really to organise him. You have to speak to his husband.
He's busy.
No, you have to speak to his husband because only because trying to nail his feet to the floor. You know, he can't organise himself. So if you want anything, bye, Michelle. Bye, Mike. It's only because Andy will organise him. That's all. Yeah.
Before everyone goes, next week, by the way, we got a friend of mine, Debbie Lee. She's on next week. Debbie. Don't know what we're going to talk about here either, but I'm sure it'll all fit in. What I like about what's happening now, it's not just about psychic, spooky stuff. We have waffle about anything, music. My mate, a drummer friend of mine, we've done some gigs together, and we come on, and it was great. It's all different, and that's what I think. That's what it's all about, you know.
I just spotted what Leslie put. Yeah, no, I'm training him, Leslie. He's the sorcerer's apprentice, is how he puts it, Dan. So I'm taking him to Stonehenge and Avebury with me, and I'm giving him some training.
Oh.
Yeah, no, he's great fun. He's great. So yeah, I'll see if I can think of some more people for you as well. I'm sure I know people.
I mean, we're doing okay, and I say next week we've got Debbie. What we're going to do next week. Henry Lee. Hopefully Henry's going to come on 14th. So, and it's Christmas, isn't it? It's going to be Christmas.
Yes.
Then we've got to start looking for next year now.
Yeah. Well, if I can think of anybody, I'll let you know. I'm sure there are some people that aren't on the circuit so much, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
so be a bit of something different.
It's just, as you know, it's just we could talk about one thing, but it goes into something else. Doesn't matter, does it? There's no rules, is it? So why not? Yeah, rock and roll, ghosts, spooks, who cares? Makes the world go round, doesn't it? Well, I suppose I better do our my goodbye video, bit of music. This is my music on here, right? I record stuff myself, and I put stuff on here, like this last bit of guitar stuff, and I think it was YouTube on about copyright. It's mine because I tried to put it on something else, and because I use it on here, this is my music. I've got all the stuff on the machine.
Yeah. That's funny. Well, at least they're being careful, I suppose. Lovely to. I can't see you, Leslie, but nice to know you're there.
Yeah.
Nice chatting. Bill, you cut those logs.
Yeah, and I'll have a chat with Hillary about this past life thing. It should be interesting.
Yeah, very much so.
I'll be in touch, Hillary. Drop your line this week. Yeah, it should be good. Right, well, I'm going to say goodbye. And
goodbye. Nice to see you.
Everybody. And next week,
thank you.
Thanks, Eva. It was a good night and interesting, and as usual. And a good night to all the rest of the guys out there. And I've got to find my banners now. I'm useless at this, aren't I? I don't want banners. I want media assets. I'd never be employed on the telly, would I?
I don't know. Comedy for the comedy value.
Yeah. I could be called a tit in a trance because I don't know what I'm doing next. You know. I'll probably get moaned at for saying that now. Well, Eva, I shall put us out of it and put up a bit of a poster.
Okay.
And say adios. Adios, everybody. Have a good week. It's not going to work now, is it?
You knew it did it.
No, I don't.
Won't it work?
man, what the